Hello students! In this video we'll be looking at this pyramid to find its lateral area, surface area, and volume. This pyramid is called a rectangular pyramid due to the base shape. The base of this pyramid is a rectangle. Rectangular pyramid. On our formula sheet, we're given the volume formula, lateral area formula, and surface area formula of the pyramid. Now I see some notation that may be confusing, so let's clear this up a little bit. In the volume formula, we've got 1/3 times a capital B times H. The capital B is here in the figure. It's resting on this shaded base. That capital B stands for the base area, the area of the base. So in order to find the capital B, we're going to need to use these upper formulas to find the base area, because the base is a two-dimensional figure. In the lateral area formula, it is 1/2 L, which if you look at the sheet here, L is the slanted height again, and P is not in the picture. P represents perimeter, but it only represents the perimeter of the base. Perimeter of the base. Now the surface area formula uses all of these strange pieces of notation. 1/2 times the slanted height times the perimeter of the base plus the base area. Okay, let's start to work on this one. This is a toughie. Lateral area formula. Lateral area formula is 1/2 slant height L times the perimeter of the base. Okay, let's see here. We don't have a slanted height in our picture, so we're going to have to do a little bit of work to get it. Remember, the slanted height is a measurement of the height of one of the faces of the pyramid. Well, when I draw in that slant height, put an L there for slant height. When I draw in the slant height, I've formed a right triangle. So I'm going to need the good old Pythagorean theorem again just to find the slant height value. We've taken this 16 and we've split it in half. So this is an 8 now. So we can use our Pythagorean theorem to find the slant height. Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is the short piece, 3, B is the medium piece, 8, and C is the hypotenuse, which is what we're trying to find. 3 squared plus 8 squared is 73. We've got 73 equal to c squared. In order to get c all by itself, we need to remove the square. The inverse of a square is a square root. So we need to know what the square root of 73 is. The square root of 73 is 8.544. Approximately. Okay, now all of this work was just side work. It is work we had to do to figure out what the slant height was, so that we can plug it into the lateral area formula. The other thing we need to find ahead of time is the perimeter. The perimeter is the distance around the base. Here, our base is a rectangle, or a square, I guess, a square, because all the sides are the same length. 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. A little faster, we could do 16 times 4. And our perimeter is 64. Now we're able to fill everything into the lateral area formula. The lateral area is equal to 1/2 the slant height. I think I'd go ahead and use the square root of 73 so that I don't have to round anything, times the perimeter, 64. Now I can type all that in at one time on my calculator. 1/2 times the square root of 73 times the perimeter, 64. And I get an approximate value. Okay, if I want an exact value, then I would type in everything except the square root of 73 because that's my irrational number. I'm just going to write out my approximate value. 273.408. Now, we're working on a lateral area, and area is a squared measurement, so this will be feet squared. Okay, next we're going to be working on the surface area of the shape. Surface area formula is very similar to the lateral area formula. It starts out the same. Surface area is equal to 1/2 slant height times perimeter. That's what we already found. Plus capital B, which stands for the base area. So we've already got everything to plug into the 1/2 LP. We already know those values. Now we need to do a little breakout session about how to find out what capital B is. Well, the base of this shape, I'm going to highlight it here. The base of this shape is a square. So I'm going to go up here into my formula sheet, look at the square, and use the area formula for a square in order to find the area of the base. Area for a square is S squared. Area of a square is S squared. So for this picture, that would be 16 squared. 16 squared, 16 times 16, is 256. So the area of the base is 256. Now I know what I can plug into the capital B. 1/2 the slant height we found as the square root of 73 times the perimeter, 64, plus the base area we just found of 256. Now, here in my calculator is the answer to our lateral area, 273.408. So I can just use that value, copy it down. Now notice it extended the decimal for me. That's a great feature of this calculator. That really helps to relieve rounding errors. I need to take the lateral area and add it to 256, the base area. I get an approximate value because my calculator is rounding for me of 529.408. Now remember, we're working on area, so this is in square feet, feet squared. One final calculation to make for this pyramid, it's the volume formula. Volume of a pyramid is 1/3 capital B H. Now, we've already done the work for capital B. It's here in the surface area formula. Capital B is the area of the base, which is a square, at 256. 1/3 times 256 times the height of the pyramid given in the picture of 3. That's the actual height, not the slant height. Well, this is kind of neat. I can throw this in my calculator, but I've got 1/3 and 3. They're just going to end up canceling each other out, and I'm going to get 256. Now, volume is calculated in cubic measure, so this will be feet cubed. I think the pyramid is probably the toughest of all the shapes to find the lateral area and surface area for. There's a lot of side work to do in order to get that job done. Thanks for watching. Our next video will be about a sphere.